What is up, guys? So right now we are going to be discussing on how to build a Camille free-to-play team before Camille comes out. So this is going to be like a forecast or Mayan prediction on how a free-to-play Camille team would work. So what does that mean? That means automatically no Laevetain, because she's a 6-star character, 6-star limited character. We're going to eliminate and cross out almost all 6-star limited characters to theory craft this team. We're gonna assume that you don't have Laevetain. We're gonna assume you don't have Zhongfangyi, Yvonne, and all that. They don't work with Camille anyway, so don't have to think about those characters. Except for one, I would say, and we'll get into that very soon. So we're going to assume Camille is going to be the main DPS. So since Camille is not out yet, I want you guys to imagine that this is actually Camille, since Camille is like spiritually Akekuri. So let's start with the official or like Japanese sources on what a main DPS Camille team would look like. So we have this post over here. This is the recommended team. It goes Camille, Gilberta, Perlica, and Ardalia. So when I said assume you don't have any like 6-star limited character, Gilberta, a very high chance you have her if you're like a free-to-play, since she is like a top tier support and she just had her rerun and she is like best in slot in a lot of team. So if you have her, that's good. But if you don't have her, I also have some plan for you. I don't have to worry too much. So from the Japanese sources, they say that this team is going to work. I mean, it's full of like 3 like support, so it's definitely going to work. So if you have this team, we're going to be trusting the Japanese sources or like a Japanese fan post, I think. This team should work. I don't know if it's the best, but it is a team that worked. First, Gilberta, she's a universal support. She works with everyone. Her ultimate reduces or increases their susceptibility for like any element. And also Gilberta has an added bonus of like crowd control with her skill. It's kind of like a Venti or Sucrose, like crowd control grouping. And that could really help with Camille's battle skill, because Camille's battle skill, if you guys know, it's like he throws a bat that like flies around and it attacks in an AoE. So they actually have some synergy. It's just that you might be kind of short on skill points if you do that, because that's like 2 battle skill. But Gilberta is definitely going to be a top tier support or like a high ranking support for Camille if you have Gilberta. Continuing on with this team is Perlica. Now Perlica is a support that kind of you just throw her on any team when you like don't have enough characters and they just work. So what does Perlica even do that helps? Can I see the character right here? Okay, Perlica, she doesn't do too much, but she does do one important thing, which is electrification, which is, it's very simple. You do like a final strike, and then her combo skill comes out, and then she applies electrification. So what does this do? It's basically like the electric reaction, and then the enemy with electrification takes more arts damage, and that's basically it. That's basically the entire Perlica support. Her other thing is that her ultimate, which just does damage and not much else. It does some stagger, and then Perlica also deals more damage when they're being staggered, which is a good thing. Her other thing, Perlica battle skill, it gives an electric infliction, which does not work with Camille really at all, unless you're combining her electric infliction with his fire infliction, which is okay, I guess, but like electrification, you already have one electrification here. You don't need ability electrification. Camille is not an electric DPS, so Perlica helps Camille in very simple ways, but it's not really the best, but it is there for like the ultimate free-to-play no-pool team. And this, her other talent, vulnerability, does not really work with Camille, honestly. So there's that. And then up next is Perlica. So Perlica is also a core member of a Laevetain team. So Camille is kind of like just piggybacking off of that. So Ardalia is also going to be like the sustain character. It's also like very like weird to play Gilberta and Ardalia in the same team, but this is what they recommend. So Ardalia, her main thing is that, she applies combo skill after your final strike, and then you apply battle skill. They become corrosion. They get art susceptibility, reduces their defense and all that. Okay, not reduce their defense, increase their susceptibility. Ultimate deals some healing. This one gives healing. This one, I don't know. And then not much else really help other than some healing, and then art sus debuff, which makes it easy to trigger. So that's the main team from this Japanese post. So what I'm also thinking is maybe using Wolfguard, but Wolfguard is there might be some potential of like playing Wolfguard as like a main DPS and then using Camille to generate SP for Wolfguard to like spam his battle skill. So Wolfguard, what he does, I have his signature weapon, but like Wolfguard battle skill, it just applies heat infliction. Combo skill applies heat infliction. His ultimate also like forcibly apply combustion, so that's good. And I think that Camille's combo skill triggers when like arts reaction is consumed. So I forgot if it's arts reaction consumed or heat infliction is consumed. Okay, so when heat infliction is consumed, it triggers Camille's combo skill. So Wolfguard doesn't really consume heat infliction other than maybe this one, combustion. I'm not too sure, but Camille's combo skill I think does help with Wolfguard a bit with the SP generation and all that. Wolfguard also gains more like damage dealt when he applies combustion. So surprisingly, I think Wolfguard does not like buff Camille main DPS other than just applying a lot more heat infliction. But it can be worth a try. Other than that, I actually have another idea, which is like running Ake Curry with Camille. So let's just pretend that Wolfguard is Camille for now. Now Ake Curry is supposed to be, or Camille is supposed to be replacing Ake Curry. I had an idea of maybe running both Camille and Ake Curry together, so they can both regenerate SP with each other. So let's quickly look at Ake Curry kit and see if it like really like stacks. So my Ake Curry is barely leveled. Ake Curry also have Ling, so both Camille and Ake Curry have like a Ling buff. Her combo skill gives more SP. So what does Ake Curry even do? So skill, extremely simple, just applies heat, which, doesn't do much. So the main use of Ake Curry is going to be her combo skill and her battle skill. Her combo skill gives you more SP when you stagger the enemy halfway, like hit a stagger note or like become staggered, so that's like 2 stagger points. And then her ultimate is very simple, it just recovers SP. So what I'm thinking is that you build your Camille to have a lot of damage in their battle skill, and then you just spam Camille's battle skill until they become staggered, and then Camille will generate SP, and then Ake Curry would also be able to generate SP after they're being staggered, and then Ake Curry has enough energy to level up to gain their ult, which gives you more SP and the economy for Camille to spam his skill, and then to keep staggering the enemies into a vicious cycle of loop. So combining with Camille, I'm just doing a hypothetical theory crafting. Combining with Camille and Ake Curry SP gain, your SP economy is going to be going up, and you're going to have infinite SP in battle. Obviously, that's not going to be the intended way the devs want you to play the game, but I kind of want to try that. And other than that, there's not a whole lot of characters that really work. Maybe Amber, but like Amber does even less. Amber is more better for like physical team. Her combo skill heals you and gives vulnerability. She does some heat damage with her skill. She applies like some physical effects, so that might work if you're doing some like Camille and physical like hybrid combination team. Her ultimate deals heat damage, which could be of use if you're applying a lot of like heat susceptibility with Camille. And also with his battle pass weapons that like increases the heat damage of the team and it gives it a heat shield. So maybe Camille could benefit from a heat shield if we're in some like weird contingency contract like condition, but for now it's going to be like kind of cope. The dedicated sustain would be, I would say the best would be like Gilberta or Ardalia, as most people put it. So for me, my favorite Camille team would probably be something like this actually. Let's say, okay, not Wolfguard, but like, I'm gonna just remove Wolfguard. So this, I would say, wait. Maybe something like this could work. So surprisingly, Anto might be a good support for Camille, because Anto's kit is very simple. He applies focus, and then he also buffs heat damage, heat susceptibility, and then he can apply like another heat infliction with his combo skill. And then his ultimate, very simple, is heat amplification. We don't really see this effect quite a lot in this game, but he can provide like full heat amplification for this team. So Anto surprisingly might be a pretty good support for main DPS Camille. And other than that, I mean, there's not much option Arknight does not work with any like heat at all. Only Anto. And maybe Alash, but I think there's already enough SP going around. We don't need even more SP. I mean, all he does is like give some SP under some certain conditions. Like let's say we're not using his skill because we don't have any like cry infliction. Let's say we're just using his combo skill. When Art's reaction is consumed, which does happen with Camille, or at least in like a Camille team, I guess, you get some SP. Actually, I think Camille does not like consume any like combustion or Art's reaction, so this might not even work at all. But Alash probably not going to work. His ultimate, you know, he gives the SP, so you can probably cross Alash out, probably not working. Estella, all these are kind of like not exactly working. Fluorite just gives more like heat inflation, which, you know, not really anything. Estella applies cryo, which kind of clashes with Camille's heat infliction. A catcher, I don't know. Maybe he deals some physical. He gives you some shield. He gives some weakness. I think you're better off just not playing catcher at all. You just have like an empty teammate. If you're like missing a teammate, just put Perlica inside. You can't go wrong. Everyone has Perlica. So if you don't know what to do, just put Perlica inside. Other than that, if you're struggling with some sustain, you can probably run Ardalia with you. Just like the Japanese post suggested, you know, Ardalia, Gilberta, then Perlica. Everyone has Ardalia and Perlica, so that's already a really good team. Other than that, there's no other options left. There might be some potential with like admin, like main DP, like dual DPS, or like admin main DPS with like Camille support, but that's a video for another day. I'll try it out when it comes out. Other than that, Tong Tong is, you know, cryo infliction and art sus. Maybe, but like no one is there to take advantage of cryo infliction, so it doesn't really, like, no one cares. In Enfield, a game, elemental reactions aren't really a thing. It's more mono element. So last right, no. Avelana, no. Or Wolfguard, maybe, but like they don't really help that much. Maybe like Wolfguard main DPS, but like not the other way around. Sai, no. Snowshine, no. Amber, maybe if you don't have any other sustain, but like you already have Ardalia, so you're probably not going to use Amber. Arklight, no. Alash, no. Fluorite, no. Stella, Catcher, Japan, no. And then all these like main DPS probably not really working with. So characters I don't have for Mifu or Rosie. Rosie, maybe. I think some people are planning to play Rosie with Camille. But like Mifu, I don't really think so. Unless you like have Camille and don't have partner Richnick for some reason, then yeah, maybe you can try running Camille. But if you have partner Richnick, then you're probably just going to use Park instead. Let me try to make my own free-to-play team. Assume, just pretend Wolfguard is Camille. My team would look something like... I'm probably not going to use Ardalia. I'm probably going to do something like... My team probably going to look something like this. Camille, Anto, Akekuri, and Gilberta. Anto for, you know, heat susceptibility, heat infliction, heat amplification. Gilberta for art sus debuff and also grouping from her skill. Akekuri for her SP generation from combo skill and ultimate, just for even more SP. So we're going to use Anto skill first, and then it's going to be there for like 60 seconds or 30 seconds for a long time basically. Gilberta skill for grouping, and then we'll never use Akekuri skill ever. And then we're going to spam Camille's battle skill until the end of time. And then if we have enough skill points, maybe we'll use Akekuri's skill to build like Akekuri ultimate energy. And then we'll just, you know, keep spamming battle skill until we have 1 billion skill points and keep in mind, Camille's ultimate also like generates SP. So if Camille, Akekuri just getting 1 billion energy, we'll just keep farming energy and SP until the end of time. So this should be my team for now. Maybe Wolfguard will work with Camille. So if Wolfguard works, then Wolfguard probably would be better. But hypothetically, this is probably my main DPS team for now. Might replace Anto with Perlica if I just never built my Anto properly. My Perlica is more maxed out, so maybe Perlica might be like better if I like immediately need to build a team. But as of right now, I would say just build Gilberta. Gilberta probably works with probably the most important character for like a Camille main team. So that's all the theory crafting I can do for now. We can't really do too much without the character out to test it. So let me know in the comments what I missed and how we can build the team, and I'll see y'all next time.